Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Vallabha, Radha Vallabha Radhe. Jaya Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Radhe, Jaya Shri Radhe. Jaya Jagannatha, Jaya Jagannatha, Jaya Baladeva, Jaya Subhadra Devi. Jaya Gauranitha, 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 Jaya Gauranitha. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Gaura Premanande, Jai Om Vishnupadaya, Paramahamsa Founder-Acharya, Svatara Abhaya Charana-Ravinda, Bhaktivedanta, Swami, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, ISKCON Founder-Acharya, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Maharani ki jai, Shri Gaur Nitai ki jai, Shri Radha Vallabha Bhagavan ki jai, Narashinka Bhagavan ki jai. All glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to Shri Guru and Gauranga. So today we are reading from Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 31, titled The Movement of the Living Entities, text number 32. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Yadi asadbi pati punam. Yadi asadbi pati punam. Shishnodara krito damai. Sisnodara Kritodamai Asito Ramate Jantas Astito Ramate Jantas Tamo Visati Purvavat Tamo Visati Purvavat Yadi Asadbi Patipuno Yadi Asadbi Patipuno Sisnodara Kritodamai Sisnodara Kritodamai Astito Ramate Jantas Astito Ramate Jantas Tamo Visati Purvavat Tamo Visati Purvavat
Yadi Asadhi Patipuna Krishnodara Katyodame Akrito Tamde Jantus Tamo Vishati Purvavat
Yadi Asadhi Patipuna
Matajis.
Yadi asabi pati puna Sisnodara Kritodame Astito Ramate Jantas Tamo Visati Purvavat Yadi asabi pati puna
Yadi, if Asad be with the unrighteous Pati on the path, Puna again, Shishna for the genitals, Udara for the stomach, Krita done, Udayamai whose endeavors, Asita associating, Ramate enjoys, Jantu the living entity, Tamaha darkness, Visati enters, Purvavat as before. So translation by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada. If therefore the living entity again associates with the path of unrighteousness, influenced by sensually minded people engaged in the pursuit of sexual enjoyment and the glorification of the palate, he again goes to the hell as before. So we'll repeat the translation. If therefore the living entity again associates with the path of unrighteousness, influenced by sensually minded people engage in the pursuit of sexual enjoyment and the gratification of the palate, he again goes to hell as before. So purport by Srila Prabhupada. It's about a page, quarter of a page, so let's attentively listen. It's been explained that the conditioned soul is put into Anta Tamishra and Tamishra hellish conditions, and after suffering there, he gets a hellish body like the dogs or the hogs. After several such births, he again comes into the form of a human being. Now, the human being is born in as described by Kapila Deva. The human being develops in the mother's abdomen and suffers there and comes out again. After all this suffering, if he gets another chance in a human body and wastes his valuable time in the association of persons who are concerned with sexual life and palatable dishes, then naturally he again glides down to the same Andha Tamishra and Tamishra hells. Generally, people are concerned with the satisfaction of the tongue and the satisfaction of the genital. That is material life. Material life means eat, drink, be merry and enjoy, with no concern for understanding one's spiritual identity and the process of spiritual development. Process of spiritual advancement. Since materialistic people are concerned with the tongue, belly and genital, if anyone wants to advance in spiritual life, he must be very careful about associating with such people. To associate with such materialistic men is to commit purposeful suicide in the human form of life. It is said, therefore, that an intelligent man should give up such undesirable association and should always mix with the saintly persons. When he is in association with a saintly person, all his doubts about the spiritual expansions of life are eradicated, and he makes tangible progress on the path of spiritual understanding. It is also sometimes found that people are very much addicted to a particular type of religious faith. Hindus, Muslims, and Christians are faithful in their particular type of religion, and they go to church, temple, or mosque. But unfortunately, they cannot give up the association of persons who are too much addicted to sex life and the satisfaction of the palate. Here, it is clearly said that one may officially be a very religious man, but if he associates with such persons, then he is sure to slide down to the darkest region of hell. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Ena Tasmai Shri Gurave Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam Ena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahim Tadati Sapadati Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Jivasadi Gauravakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Krishna. So in the translation it says, the last line, he again goes to the hell as before. So it's not the first time he's going. So, he's going again and again into the hellish planet and again coming back, taking a birth, again going, again coming, It's a cycle, So we have heard about only birth and death. This is going to hellish, it's also like a cycle, Right? So because it's talking about hellish planets and all that stuff, I thought we'll have a quick tour of the 5th canto and the 6th canto of Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. Very quick tour. Now what happens? At the end of the 5th planets and the description and how people are suffering over there. He gave a very detailed, there are about 28 hellish planets, 28 or 29, 28 hellish planets. Various details and how one suffers there, due to his sinful activities. Then after that, so you have to remember that Shukadeva Goswami is speaking to Maharaj Parikshit, who is a pure devotee and very, very intelligent, right? Very, very intelligent. Now Maharaj Parikshit heard all that, and being a Vaishnava and a topmost devotee of Krishna, is very considerate and is very, being a devotee, very soft-hearted. So he was asking again a question back to Sukadeva Goswami. The question is, how can this living entity who is suffering again and again into the hellish planet, how can they stop that suffering? Right? If you see advanced devotees, a pure devotee is a paradukka dukki. He is always concerned about the welfare of other living entities. Loka Kalyan. He is always, like a very, practical example is our Founder-Acharya Srila Prabhupada, Very, very practical. He wants to give Krishna consciousness to others. He cannot see others suffering. This is the nature of a pure devotee. Now, Parikshit Maharaj is no ordinary person. He's a pure devotee. So he's having that same, softness. How to help others, right? Because again and again someone is suffering. Won't you like to help? So he asked a question, what could be done to Sukadeva Goswami? People are suffering again. Now, Sukadeva Goswami, being the spiritual master of Parikshit Maharaj, he wanted to also test his disciple, right? The spiritual master normally do some testing also, just to see whether the disciple is qualified. So he gave only a little bit of a very general answer. He said, yes, if someone wants to someone wants to stop going into the hellish planet, what they should do is, at the end of their lifetime, they should try to atone, do some atonement. So in that way, they will not go to the hellish planet. Right? That's what he mentioned. Then again, Maharaj Parikshit, being very intelligent, he was thinking, atonement is good. Right? It's good. But people who are doing atonement, what happens? Their desire is very, very, very strong in the heart. Right? For example, a person, right, a thief, he sees other people. He sees that another thief is being caught by the police. Right? But yet, he's attached to the stealing habit that he keeps on stealing and he keeps on going to the jail. He cannot stop that because it's deep rooted in the heart. Right? An example is given in this case as like a bamboo tree. The bamboo tree is, once it grows, it takes many years. The root is deep rooted into the ground. And once, normally when people take the bamboo tree off the ground, right, the root is still there. It keeps on growing. So our root, right, from time immemorial, we have been in this material world. It's not easy, okay? Right? It has to be completely taken away, the root. And how the root is taken? Only by listening to Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. It uproots. So Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, what it does, it just uproots your material existence. And then throws it out. And then it says, take up Krishna consciousness. This is what it does, Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. Very, very deep level. Because it's very, very high. It just talks about Krishna and his pure devotees. Completely transcendental literature. Right? Nothing else it deals. Only Krishna and his pure devotees. So one's heart is completely clear of all the contamination. And then it establishes a loving devotional service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, which is the eternal occupation of the human living entities. Right? Savai pumso paro dharma yato bhakti ajoksase. The highest occupation of a living entity, of a human being, is to offer loving devotion service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna. This is the highest occupation. There is no other occupation better than this. Now, so because Maharaj Parikshit again gives an example how an elephant, it takes a bath and then comes back, again throws some mud on the body. Keeps on doing it. So this is a prayachitta, atonement. Is like that. Right? A person, he goes and he confesses in the church or comes here, he prays. Again, he does the same mistake because it's deep rooted. So how it can be, solved? How it can be eradicated? Then Sukadeva Goswami, he found, yes, my disciple is also, very clever. I have to give a better answer, So he said that, yes, the real atonement is the knowledge, right? The transcendental knowledge, spiritual knowledge, which a person knows that a difference between the body and soul, and hence that allows him to be self-realized and establishes the loving devotion service to Krishna. In that way, all the anarthas in the heart will be taken away and he becomes pure. And then he will not have any desire to do sinful activities because he gets the knowledge. Right? Now, in Chaitanya Charitamrita, there is a famous verse. It says, Krishna Surya Saman Maya Haya Andhakara. What does it mean? Krishna is like a light or sunshine or sunlight. When sunlight is there, the darkness will go away. Maya is like darkness, the shadow energy of the Lord. When the sunlight comes, naturally the darkness goes. Where does it go? It goes. All of us know. Suppose if we turn off the light, right? It's dark. Right? We cannot see each other. We don't know where we are. We are lost. The material world is like that. Without the knowledge of the soul, you are lost completely. Lost. But if you turn on the light, right? Everything is very visible, clear. Right? In the same way, if one takes up Krishna consciousness, the knowledge of Krishna consciousness gives you the light. Everything you know. Yes, I have a body. The body is internal. I am a spirit soul. The soul is internal. Externally, I am covered by 2 layers of matter. The body is external to the soul. Right? Gross body, full of senses. Gross body is a bag of senses. It's got 10 senses for enjoyment Krishna has given. One will not take up that. And once, he knows after having the knowledge. And then the subtle body consists of mind, intelligence, false ego. That's again matter. So one is a gross matter and subtle matter. The soul is covered by the 2 layers externally. So internally I am a soul. I am a person living in the body. The body is constantly changing. Childhood to boyhood to youth to adolescent. And at one fine day it dies also, the body. The soul never dies. The soul is individual. It's changed. It is changeless. Whereas the body continuously changes. Changes constantly. In line with the material energy. Material energy changes, soul also, the body also changes. Everything you see in the material energy is changing. Right? So this knowledge is very, very important. Now, to explain this phenomena very nicely, Sukadeva Goswami gives 2 analogies. Simple analogies, but very powerful analogies. He says how when a vessel is there containing liquor, okay, a bad liquor, okay, just by cleaning the outside of the vessel any number of times with nice water, pure water, is that liquor going to be clean? Is the vessel going to be clean? Because inside there is liquor. You are cleaning the vessel outside 100 times with the pure water, pure H2O. Right? But still the pot is containing the liquor, which is a very bad stuff. 1. Then he says how a deceased person is completely deceased. What is the cure for him? The cure for him is he has to take uncontaminated pure food for a long period of time. We have seen that. All of us, we have got a material body. So we have gone through diseases. We know that, So what happens is a person who is in a disease condition, he constantly takes pure and uncontaminated food for a long period of time, and gradually and slowly his disease is cured and he will not get back the disease because he is in a pure state. He is moving from his disease condition to the pure state. In the same way, a person in Krishna consciousness, he wants to release, he wants to be away from matter. He does not want any association except for the service of Krishna. And slowly what happens? Because Krishna consciousness is a very, very pure state. It's beyond the 3 modes. It's completely transcendental. It's got nothing to do with this material world. Although we are in the material world doing. Because Krishna is completely beyond, completely transcendental. There is not even one tinge of materialism in Krishna. So one who is always thinking about Krishna, chanting his name, doing service for him is completely transcendental. He may not be pure at this point in time, but sure he's going to be pure. You're going to become pure. Like a raw mango and a ripened mango. A raw mango will become ripened over a period of time. So a person who's taken up Krishna consciousness, his contamination is being cleared. It will be cleared. That is how it works. So these two analogies he gives, then Maharaj Parikshit clearly understands. Yes, of course he understands, but this is actually given for us, So the body is external to the soul. Just by doing atonement, what do the karmis and jnanis do? The karmis attached to sense gratification. The jnanis, they know that this material world is a miserable place. So what to do? Instead of surrendering at the lotus feet of Krishna, they do speculative knowledge. They want to do speculative knowledge. And because of the knowledge, some knowledge, they know what is pious, what is impious. See, actually atonement means you're trying to compensate an impious activity by doing a pious activity. When someone in this birth, when someone is born in some parts of, whatever, maybe India, where there's no water, then those days I'm talking, not now. Those days they will say, okay, you're living, you're suffering because of your karma. You're born in a place where there's no water. So they will suggest. So what you should do in this birth is, they don't know Krishna conscious, mind you, okay? So what they'll do is, in this birth, you please Melbourne Water Department, Melbourne Water Supply, you will become a corporation head. Yeah, material world is like that. You do a good activity, you get a good result. You do a bad activity, you get a bad result. This has got nothing to do with Krishna. A person has done a mistake, he goes to the judge, right? The judge evaluates, yes, he has done a mistake. Punish him. He has not done a mistake, reward him. This is how the material world is. It's got nothing to do with Krishna. Okay? It's completely, Krishna is detached and aloof. He has just given to the material energy. There are 33 million demigods working for Krishna. He's not an ordinary person. And that is just his material energy. And he says to Arjuna, this is just a fragment, nothing. Don't even know my energy. And no one knows me, Krishna says. No one knows except his pure devotees. Very difficult to understand him. But with the pure devotees, Krishna gives the intelligence to understand him. Okay? So this is what happens in the, with the knowledge, jnani. Jnani, what he does with the speculative knowledge, without understanding Krishna, he knows what is pious and impious, and hence he will not do sinful activity. Once you have knowledge, why will you do sin? If you know that meat eating, intoxication, illicit sex and gambling, they are sinful, why will you do it and then suffer? Material energy has got this tricky way of pulling you. Once you pull it, and then you have to suffer. This is how it is. Bhoga and Tyaga. Enjoy and suffer. The person who is intelligent will be always away, aloof from the material energy. And what does he do? He just keeps quiet, like the speculative yogi. Because he knows, yes, I know if I do a bad thing or illicit action, I have to suffer. If I do a good thing, I will enjoy. So he will not do bad things, he will refrain, and he will speculate it. Why? We are not like that. We are not a speculative institution. This is International Society for Krishna Consciousness. We do service for Krishna. So what happens? In that way, because one is fixing his mind on Krishna, doing service for the Lord, hence he becomes pure, because he's completely transcendental. And then he's aloof from the mental energy. So in that way, one progresses. And why one is suffering? Because of ignorance. And what's the antidote for that? Knowledge. Knowledge about Krishna. Bhagavad Gita, Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. Once someone has a knowledge, he will not do sins. He will not suffer. He's happy. But many people, right, they don't want to transcend beyond the happily stage. That is mode of goodness. Jnanis, right? They're happy. Oh, I'm not doing any sin. I'm not suffering. This is exactly the material world, right? And how does it work? Because in this body, as I said, the body is a bag of 10 senses, right? It's got 5 knowledge occurring senses and 5 working senses. Now, as long as you input from the knowledge occurring senses, you see someone, whatever maybe, when you go around, you see a lot of whatever maybe food, delicious things, whatever maybe. As long as you input, that's okay. In Kali Yuga, no sin. But when you use your karma indriyas. There is jnana indriyas and karma indriyas. If you see, say for example, you're seeing some bad scene, you can't help it, you're seeing it. But you should not act. So Krishna is very cleverly, the external body, which is external to the soul, the body, he has given 5 karma indriyas and 5 jnana indriyas. Right? 5 knowledge occurring senses and 5 working senses. As long as you input in Kali Yuga, it's okay. But when you use your karma indriyas, working senses, sin is counted. So what are the 5 working senses? A devotee has to be very careful. What are the 5 working senses? Tongue, a pair of hands, a pair of legs, genital and anus. If you use it, sin is counted. So how kind Krishna is. See, everything is very systematic. So an intelligent person does not use the 5 working senses except Krishna service. See, you go, you see something, you can't help it. It goes into your eye. You are not going to see it. But some bad things, whatever maybe goes in. But because you don't act on it, there's no sin and it will go away. Once you act, say for example, when I'm going, someone is smoking, I look at it. Maybe I'll give a try, Nothing wrong. Some smoke. Let us try what is. So you smoke. And then once it smokes, that effect goes into the mind. It's like a glue. The mind is like a glue, It will never leave. Anything you put is never leave. Unless you clear. The only way to clean. Say for example, once someone smokes, it sticks to your mind, okay? And it wants again and again. Again and again. Again and again. It will never leave. Because Krishna says that the whole material life is nothing but attraction between senses and sense object. That is how he has given. He has given a sense, you're doing with a matter, sense object, and that's lodged in the mind. So unless the mind is clean, there's no way of Krishna developing one in Krishna consciousness. Right? The senses and the sense object are attracted. And that is how the problem starts. Now the sense object and the senses, there is a mutual relationship. If you keep on enjoying the sense object, it becomes stronger and stronger in your mind. So Krishna says, an intelligent person, he will not take part in any sense gratification. Because he knows that it's a contact between senses and sense object. External body and the sense object. So he will not take part. And even if you know also, one should not act on the karma indriyas. The moment you act on the karma indriyas, sin is counted. Tick. Chitragupta, under his assistant, will put a tick for you. And then what happens? As Srila Prabhupada says, you have to go to the hellish planet, Andatamishra. There, it is said that those are the planets. We will not go in detail, but those are the planets, it says, when one is very cheating mentality, he cheats for his family, like we see a lot of these Indian ministers and all things like that, They do everything for the family, They take, they cheat the whole nation for the family, just for the one family. And what they'll do, next birth they'll go to this planet to suffer. Again they'll come back, again they suffer. This continuously goes on. It's eternal. For them, for us Krishna conscious is eternal. For them going to the hellish planet is eternal. That's how it is. So one should not act on the knowledge occurring senses. This is very, very important phenomena, for us, because from our level, we are not very advanced. We are not all the time acting on the soul, because a mode of material nature is very, very powerful, It basically, keeps, see the 3 modes, right? It's like a wave. It constantly going. Mode of goodness, mode of passion, mode of ignorance will topple you, like that. Constantly going. And how big are you? Your false ego says that I am the best, I am the supermost person in the material world. I am the best person in the Melbourne. What does the 3 modes does to you? You are a tiny, insignificant soul. Tiny. You are just part of Krishna, but you are not acting as a part of Krishna. You are acting independently under the influence of the material nature. So you think out of false ego, I am the best person. The 3 modes will come and just push you down. Constantly it's in motion. Ever since this material world was created, the 3 modes is constantly in motion. You cannot escape that. And there's a competition between them. What to speak? If you're in mode of goodness, you give some charity, next minute, you do something atrocities and you'll be thinking, oh, what a mistake I've done. It will pull you down. This is how the 3 modes of material nature work. So the best thing is Krishna says, Traigunya Vishya-veda Nistraiguno Bhavajana. Transcend, Krishna says. Don't trust the 3 modes. It's my money. See, Krishna's own energy is material energy. It's not some other energy. The Lord has got many energies. The material energy is coming from the Lord. The spiritual energy is also coming from Krishna. But it is used for a different purpose. Different person. Person who are not performing Krishna consciousness, material energy will pull them. That is how the Lord has created. You cannot question Krishna, why it is there. You cannot question an engineer, why you made the structure like this, It should be this side, Your own concoction, you do it. But Krishna is, supreme authority, He has done that for a purification of the living entities, right? The three modes will act like that. If you are not Krishna conscious, it will pull you that direction. So Krishna has created Mahamaya and Yogamaya. One of the class I gave the example of a train, One train is leaving from Flinders station and going to the southeastern belt. Another train is coming from the southeastern to the Flinders. So these two different directions. You cannot question why always, from Flinders station is going out. Why can't it come, one way? Let us make it one way. No. It is a rule of the government. One train should leave Flinders station and one train should come into Flinders station. Simple, common example. In the same way, one energy will pull you away from Krishna. So if you are in Mahamaya, material energy, you go away and away every day, away and away from Krishna, and finished. Soon you will end up with a dog's body, cat's body. You can enjoy. Why do you want human form of life? But instead, if you think, yes, let me try Krishna consciousness, slowly, I'm not pure, let me give a try. And slowly you will come to closer and closer to Krishna. So Yoga Maya means you're coming closer to Krishna day by day. Mahamaya means? So who wants to be in Yoga Maya? Who wants to be in Mahamaya? One can decide. That's the whole scripture is talking about. Okay. So this is very clear, right? So atonement means actually doing pious activity to cancel out the impious activity. So you have done something wrong. So you do a pious activity to cancel that. This is all the material world. So the jnanis do that. But Krishna says, no, that's no good. Right? You do karma, good act, prescribed duties, you do vikarma, bad activity, you suffer. But Krishna wants us to do akarma. Akarma means devotion service to Krishna. Only devotion service to Krishna will make you go away from, or will liberate you from the material energy. Because if you always do karma, bad things, you get bad results. Good things, good results. So you keep on rotating. How do you come out of the material world? The material energy is binding you. Material energy in the form of your gross body and subtle body is binding you. So one has to come out of the material energy. The material energy will not free you. So one has to take up Krishna conscious. If one wants to free from material energy. It is not that, the material energy will come and say, hello, bye. 3 modes will say, goodbye. You put tilak, thank you. No. You have to leave material energy. You have to seriously take up Krishna conscious. Then the material energy will slowly reduce. Little by little, not all the time. It has got still the grip on us. So 3 modes is very difficult. So slowly, one develops. There is, stages of devotion service and one develops that. Okay? That is about the first paragraph. See, Srila Prabhupada has given elaborate, but this, I thought, it will give some idea about hellish planet and how Srila Prabhupada says how a person, again he does a mistake. Again he goes to hellish planet. He suffers. Again he is born in the womb of the mother. Again he comes out. Again he does the same mistake. Because he is not purified. Again and again. Right? Going back to hell, coming back, going back. What is this? Okay. That's the first paragraph. Now, second, Srila Prabhupada says, generally people are considered the satisfaction of, he says about the tongue and the genital and the belly. All right? So, in the nectar of instruction, Upadeshamrita, there's the first verse, right? It says, what is the famous verse? Vacho vegam, manasa krodha vegam, jiva vegam, uttarapasta vegam. Right? So, there are 6 urges. This is what is material life. If one controls that, one can be fixed. It can become a dhira, a sober person. Be fixed in Krishna consciousness. One has to do, if one is interested in spiritual life. What is that? The urges to speak. The tongue is very, very powerful. It's got an urge to speak, and it's got an urge to taste things. Okay? So urge to speak. First one has to control. Then The second thing is Vacho Vega Manasa Krodha, mind, the pushings of the mind. You will be sitting here, the mind will say, how about going for a movie? Or watch something in the television, or call your friend, or don't chant. Illusory energy. 3 modes are acting. I told you, it is away. Srila Prabhupada makes one very important comment. He says, as long as you are in the spiritual world, the mental energy will not allow you to do devotion service. That's the nature. You cannot do devotion. It's not a joke, okay? It will not allow you to do devotion service. But in your own determination, when you do, then you can be successful. A famous story, Srila Prabhupada says, right, about the determination. What is the example Srila Prabhupada says? The bird who lays the eggs near the side of the ocean takes away the eggs. And then the small bird is telling the ocean, hey, you give me the eggs or I'll get angry. I will, fix you up. Then the ocean is laughing. You are such a small, bird. You are telling, fighting, you know how big I am, ocean? And then the bird says, determination. Okay, let me try. Most of us are not trying. That's the problem. So the bird said, okay, let me try. So he takes some little bit of water. Keep on specking, from the peck, take it and put it here and all that. Now the ocean is laughing. Let us see how many birds you are going to do like that. Proud. Ocean was very proud. Then what happened? Somehow bird, the talk went around, and Garuda is the biggest bird. And he's a carrier of the Lord. Garuda came to know, my brother, my sister, you are in difficulty. Who's the problem? Who's creating? Then the Garuda came and found, determination of the bird. I should help. So he came and said, come on, ocean, do you want to give the eggs or you want me to, deal with you? Then the ocean said, no, Garuda, I cannot face you. Take the ocean. See, determination. If the bird had said, okay, take it off, I don't care. Most of us are like that. Most of us. We take it lightly. No, determination is very important. I will do Krishna consciousness. Like that. So, the 6 urges of the tongue is, one is the urges to speak. The second is a pushing of the mind. The mind will say, don't do that. That's how the material world. But still I will chant. Then slowly you chant. After many years and all that, your mind will be fixed. It will become peaceful. Because the mind is no longer attracted to all this nonsense. Right? Your mind becomes very peaceful. In the mode of goodness. In the mode of passion and ignorance is always suffering. Passionate means always desires, full of material desire. One desire you satisfy, another one will pop up. Another one you satisfy, another one will pop up. Where is the end for it? And if the mind is constantly going after material desire, where is that peace? And if there is no peace, where is happiness? Krishna explains. So, with Krishna consciousness, your mind becomes peaceful. Right? Very peaceful. Then you can achieve what you want. Right? This urges of the mind. This is possible. It is not a dreaming state. The 3 modes. It's a possible state. Because Rupa Goswami has written that under the instruction of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He wrote this. Right? And the third one is, what is the third one? Vacho Vegam, Manasa Vegam. Krodha, anger. Anger, you have to control. In the previous verse also it said that, how the material world is full of passion, and the passion will bring down. Once you act on it in a lusty desire, it will pull you down to the mode of ignorance. Right? So, one has to control anger. Control, try. And then next one is tongue, belly and genital. All 3 in a line. That has to be also controlled. Now, if one can control all the 6 urges, then one can become a spiritual master and he can make disciples all through the world. Nectar of Giving instruction is telling you. Nectar of Instruction has got 11 verses. The verse number 1 to 7 talks about sadhana bhakti. Vaidhi sadhana bhakti. Verse number 8 talks about raganuga bhakti. 9 to 11 talks about bhava and prema. So the Nectar of Instruction is a beautiful book. It gives you all the instructions. Very, very important. Then, so Srila Prabhupada, and then Srila Prabhupada also makes a point that the tongue, belly and genital, they are in the straight line. So if you control by eating prasadam, so the tongue has got an option, right? You can eat whatever lousy food or prasadam. So take prasadam. When you take prasadam, the belly is controlled. And the belly is controlled, genitals is controlled, all three in a line. Right? We have to be controlled. But the difference between animal and human is, for us, our tongue, belly and genital, they are perpendicular to the earth. But for the animals, it's parallel to the earth. So animal can control easier. They don't dwell on it. But human beings is difficult because it's parallel. This is Sukadeva, Maitreya Muni is explaining this point to Vitura in the 3rd canto. That how for the human being, the genital, and the tongue, belly and genital, they are perpendicular to the earth. Whereas for the animals, it's parallel. So animals, they take some little bit food and go. But man is passionate. He wants more and more. For any of the tongue, belly or genital, he wants more. Right? 1 child, 2 child, 20 child, 40 child, This Rashtra, he had 100 children. Like that, This is passionate nature. Okay. So this is a point, which I thought I'll tell you. And then, Srila Prabhupada, this is very important. Why did I say? Okay. When there is in association, when someone is in association with a saintly person, all his doubt about the spiritual expansion of life are eradicated and he makes tangible progress on the path of spiritual understanding. Now, when I read this this sentence, I just remembered of this one point where during the time of our Founder-Acharya's Guru, Bhaktivedanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj, this is a famous story how the head of the University of Banaras, right? He came once to find out, and he had some questions in the mind. So he came to see Bhaktivedanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj. He said, I have got some doubts. I want to ask you, some doubts. Bhaktisiddhanta Maharaj, okay. Now he said, he did not even care. He said, see, my disciples are cleaning some important items for the Lord, Bhagavan. So go and do some service and then you come back to me, then I will explain to you. Straight away. He's a Bana, those days in India, all position is very important. The head of the dean, like Melbourne dean, if he comes, Melbourne dean, University of Melbourne, when he comes here, and he says, if you ask, I've got a question, I'll say, go and serve prasadam to the devotees. And then you come back. How will he feel? But Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati is, Goswami. He said, do some service for Krishna and then I'll tell you. Then he was cleaning the vessel and, like in a paraphonia and washing and all that. Then after 15 minutes, he came back after some time. Then Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati, okay, now you can ask your questions. He said, I've got my questions answered. How is that? How is it? Because the Lord is present in everyone's heart as Paramatma. He's not there. He's not only there. Lord has got 3 important aspects. One is Brahma Jyoti, Para Brahman. He's spread everywhere. His hands and legs are everywhere. 1. And 2, as Paramatma, He's in the heart of everyone, including insects and animals. Not only humans. Everything He knows. Everything, what you are thinking, what is in everyone's heart. Everyone, He knows what you're thinking now. Right? Your desire, what you will think also He will know. He knows everything. This is a powerful personality we are dealing with. We are not dealing with an ordinary person. Okay? We are dealing with the supreme personality of Godhead. Krishna. He knows everything. You can't cheat Him. Okay? That's the second aspect. The third aspect is the Lord Himself is present in His Goloka Vrindavan along with His pure loving devotees who's completely serving Him all the time. In the material world, we don't want to serve Him. We have got our own self-interest. Krishna is there, where He will go. I will got a self-interest. We have got that. Every one of us have got. We cannot hide that, right? We will do service and we go, I want to do something that's more important than me. Okay, fine. Do that. Krishna does not say, He has created the material world for us. But people who want to do only loving devotion service, only Krishna service, they love Him so much. And for them, Krishna said, you come to my abode and constantly serve Him. I will also serve you. It's mutual. It's not that Krishna will say, I am there. You do all my service. What do you do? No. He will reciprocate with the devotee. That's His nature. Okay? So, there, the university professor, he came, he said, I got everything answered. Because the Lord as Paramatma, He gave the answer. We can also have the same experience. It's not that only the Banaras University professor can have it. If we also do service, you need not have to. Lord will answer as Paramatma. All of us will know that. How we develop a taste. And Krishna works through the Paramatma. It is not that he's sitting there, one has to go there. He works, he gives. This is the potency of the Lord. Achinta Beda Beda Tattva. It's very difficult to understand. So that's a point I thought. It stuck in my mind. And then, we've got, time is okay. We're not that bad. It's only 8:40. Right? We can go for 1 more hour. But technically we cannot go because the Vice President is there. He's watching also. So we have to restrict, okay? Now, finally, I just thought I'll tell you this. This is a very good point. This purport is really nice, See, Srila Prabhupada is saying, it's also sometimes found that people are very much addicted to a particular type of faith. Hindus, Muslims, Christians are faithful in their particular type of religion. They go to church, etc., But unfortunately, they cannot give up the association of bad people because it's a disease. Now, reading that, I thought, see, the English word religion, religion says, right? Religion means it conveys faith. And faith can change. But actual meaning of religion, according to Srila Prabhupada and the Acharyas and the scriptures is, religion means Sanatana Dharma. What is Sanatana Dharma? Sanatana means eternal. Dharma means occupation. It's easier word, occupation. Right? Eternal, what is our occupation? Eternal occupation, living entity. Whether you are a man, woman, whatever may be, the eternal occupation of everyone, not in one lifetime. May I say, for example, I've been a human being for the last 10 births. All the 10 births, what is my activities? What would have been my activities? Eternal Dharma is servant of Krishna. Jivere Swarupoi Krishnere Nitya Das. This is what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu taught us. We are the followers of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Right? So he taught us, we are a servant of Krishna. That is our eternal position. So Sanatana Dharma means eternal. We are the servants of Krishna. But faith. Faith means today I am in Hindu faith. I'm a Hindu, they say. They say a religion, they all convert into caste and all that, lot of, mixing and all that. That's all impure. Let's not take that. So today I am in Hindu faith. Tomorrow I can change my faith to Christian. I can become a Christian. Right? And see, a very good classic example is our Rasamandala Prabhu himself. See, he's a sitting example. He's from a different faith. He's from the Muslim faith. He has taken up Krishna conscious. Sorry, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Sorry for quoting your name, Prabhu, but I thought you're the best example, From Muslim faith, he has taken up Krishna consciousness. What is a standing example? You have. Correct? And such a, elevated personalities, association with Srila Prabhupada, we are so fortunate to have him, So Prabhu should be giving class, actually, because he's so much associated. Now, what it actually means is, religion means it conveys the faith. And faith can change. Today you can be Christian, as we say, tomorrow Muslims, like that. But Sanatana Dharma does not change. The constitutional, as Prabhu said, the constitutional activity of every living entity is to offer loving devotion service to Krishna. Eternal occupation is only a servant of Krishna. Everyone can love Krishna because we are all spirit soul. The body, I may be engineer externally, I may be a supervisor, I may be a clerk, but we are all spirit soul. All of us can offer loving devotion service to Krishna. Is anyone stopping that? No. Now, to illustrate this point, I'm going to give you 2 examples. Okay? One is from a personal example which I witnessed, I've seen. And the second example is from Gurujana Prabhu, His Grace Gurujana Prabhu. Now this is the example which I'm going to give is conversion from Hindu to Christian faith and conversion from Christian faith to Sanatana Dharma or Krishna consciousness. Okay? 2 quick stories, not take much time. Now, in my younger days, I still remember that we have family friends, and a Brahmin family, obviously, and his name was Madhavan from Tamil Nadu. Now, he did all different things, strange things. He's a Brahmin by birth, right? Of course, contaminated one. So he was a good boy. He studied law. Normally, Brahmins, we don't study law, Law means, it's, like cheating people and all that, It's not in line. I mean, that's what is a trend, basically. So, he did law, BA, BL, He studied in a college, right? Now, that Madhavan had a friend. They call him as Vinu, I remember the name too. At the time, I was doing my grade 10 or something, 11, something like that. I was just last stages of my schooling, high school. So he had a friend, he is a Christian, right? Now that Vinu's father is my father, they are colleagues. So I know through him, I know Madhavan because of family friend. I know also the Christian friend because he's my father's friend's son. Now it so happened that Madhavan was always in contact with Vinu, and slowly he developed, talking to a Christian friend, what do you expect, And then he went to the house. Now Vinu had a sister. Because he was going to the house and all that, what happened was, this Madhavan fell in love with Vinu's sister, who is a Christian. Attraction, material energy. Mind is always in the 11th canto of Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. Krishna himself is talking about the three modes, and Krishna is saying, the way I made the three modes. It's very interesting how Krishna made. He's saying, the way I made the three modes of material nature is, the three modes of, if you're not acting as a spirit soul, if you act as a three modes, you are attached to the other bodies and sense object. That's all it is, life, material life. You look someone, you're attracted. Because you're seeing them as a body, flesh and blood. So the three modes, inside the mind, there is three modes acting. And the moment you look at others, you're attracted. And then sense object. I want this computer, I want a car. Like that. That is how the Lord says. So manifesting, Krishna says to Uddhava, manifesting within the mind, the three modes of material nature will get attracted to the other bodies and other sense object created. That's all it is, three modes. So if you are attracted to the other bodies, other sense object, then you know you're in the three modes. But if you're attracted to Krishna, then you know you're acting on the soul. There's two simple things. Sense gratification or service to Krishna. These are the two options we've got in the material world. Okay? Now, being a man who's not following Krishna conscious, who's not chanting Krishna's holy name, what happens? He fell in love with that girl. And she's okay now. I know her too, I've seen. It's not that she was like a Menaka or something, or Urvashi or something. Urvashi. See, Urvashi and all, we are talking, such beautiful damsels of Golok, of heavenly planet. See, it is said that fragrance, when Urvashi walks in, fragrance will come from the body. This is, they're made to attract men. No, really, this is Krishna's material creation. Such, and this has nothing to do with Urvashi or Menaka or anything. I'm just saying, because I've seen also. I was saying, what is going on? This guy is a smart guy, and obviously this ends up, whatever may be. So he fell in love, and love is blind, they say. This is true. No comparison at all. And they become so much that he cannot live without her. Because school, BA, lawyer, and all that. Then it has come to the state that my father is in a senior position in a telephone exchange. And all that we know about it. Because I know, I'm very curious to know what things. So when anything, I'll go and listen. Okay. But I'm not sure. This is how I learned all that. Because I was quite young. So what has happened was a sage had come that Madhavan has to marry this Christian girl. You know what the proposal the Christian father and mother gave? They said, we understand you're a Brahmin. You convert to Christianity and we will get you married. This is what the Christianity. They love the religion. Unfortunately, we don't love our religion, Sanatana Dharma. We always, try to be aloof from Krishna conscious. Right? But they love the religion. Muslims, Christians, Hindus, I don't know. But they love the religion, I tell you. You said, convert. Something like you come here, become Krishna conscious, then I'll talk to you. This is how he should be. Put a tilak, then I'll talk to you. Otherwise, I'll not talk to you. I don't. That's fanatic, they'll say. So they said, convert, let the boy convert. And remember, guess what? This fellow said, I'm a Brahmin, I don't care. What is a Brahmin if I'm not going to get a lady of my choice? So I remember I went to the church. I've seen that. I'm a practical witness. In that church, that father had made, like this and all that. And I was thinking, what is going on? And then he said, from today onwards, your name is Marshal Madhavan. I was, what is? A Madhavan, Brahmin has become Marshal Madhavan. You will be a son of Jesus and all that, whatever may be. But his name is changed. So, what will happen? Krishna is Paramatma. He sees everything. Okay, now I have given you a Brahmin birth. You wanted to become Christian. Next birth, naturally you will be born in a Christian family. You continue your mission. If you don't want to serve me, fine. Good with me. Unfortunately, Krishna says, I am the Supreme Personality of Godhead. You are a tiny soul. But if you want to take up Christian, do that. Please go ahead. I will make you as a best Christian. Okay? Born in Western country. Please do not even come to me. Thank you very much. Krishna can do that. That's one example, right? Where a person is changed from Hindu to Christian faith. Now another example. His Grace Gurujana Prabhu tells us a story. He's told in the Bhagavatam class, and I also know that. What he said was, Gurujana Prabhu is such an advanced devotee, very elevated. Now Gurujana Prabhu is having, then this week, this time next week, he's having a retreat, right? It's a very, very, very good, he conducts beautiful, retreats. It's in the farm. So those of you who don't know, next Saturday and Sunday, there are 2 days, Gurujana Prabhu is giving a mini Govardhana retreat in Melbourne. It's very nice. Now, Gurujana Prabhu is a senior disciple of Srila Prabhupada, of Founder-Acharya. Now, Gurujana Prabhu said this story. He has a friend. His friend is a Christian. He loves his religion so much that he does nice worship to, not worship or whatever you call, prayers to Jesus and all that. Now, because of his association with Gurujana Prabhu, he started to chant. Srila Prabhupada talks about association here 2-3 times, right? Because of the association with Gurujana Prabhu, highly divines, the Christian priest started chanting. Then he slowly increased his rounds. And then he used to talk to Gurujana Prabhu, it seems he's a Christian, okay? He says, how I admire your religion, Krishna consciousness, where you have a beautiful form of Krishna. You can come and you can dress the Lord, you can see the Lord, you can touch the Lord, you can offer food, but unfortunately we don't have that. We are at a distance, we don't put a nice dress. Jesus will be always, without dress, one small piece of cloth. They don't put nice garland. Unfortunately. But we look at the beautiful forms of Shri Gaurnita, Shri Radha Ballabha, Shri Jagannath Ballabha, stunning forms. One will be attracted. Now, we don't have that personal form of making a garland and touching the Lord, taking His Sharanamrita. Unfortunately, we don't have. I love your religion. That's why I'm chanting. Though, what will happen to him? The Lord as Paramatma is saying, okay, now I've given you some for your previous activities. You are born in a Christian family. Now, because you're so much interested in my service, next birth, naturally I'll make you a devotee of Krishna, my devotee. And then you can worship me. Right? This will happen. Because Krishna says, whatever you think, your consciousness, that consciousness you will get at the time of death. All of us are preparing our next body. Nothing is free in this material world, okay? Nothing is free. What you are thinking, what you are acting, you are preparing for your next body. Right? Whatever destination you want to go, you can do. If someone wants to fly glider, next birth eagle. If someone like diving in the sea, shark. No problem. You can pick and choose 8.4 million species. Beautifully Krishna is organized. Everything is perfect and complete in Krishna's creation. Because he is the one who created that also. Okay? Now, so this I thought, 2 practical examples where in the first case we saw an Hindu faith is joining Christian faith. And hopefully, I'm not Krishna, I'm just saying. But hopefully, because of the direction he's going, he may end up with a Christian body in the next birth. But this person, from the Christian faith, he has changed to Krishna consciousness. Hopefully, by Krishna's grace, he will become a devotee. And he will continue. Because Krishna, what did he say? Swalpam abhyasya dharmasya dayato mahato bhav. Little bit advancement you do, that will be protected. And next birth onwards, you will continue from that. Because it's a Lord's promise. And when Krishna says something, he will do that. Okay. Now, we pretty much covered, and I could see there. Thank you very much for your rapt attention. So, if there is any quick comment, correction, please.
You're suggesting with your previous example that the person who took to Christianity is unable to serve Krishna. So someone that is not in Krishna consciousness cannot serve Krishna. Were you suggesting in your previous example?
No, it's all the desire, Mataji, desire. The base, Krishna's Paramatma, he knows everything. Say, for example, if someone, is not even a devotee now, say, where are we now? 2017, June. We are there, right? Now, in 6 months, some new devotee is going to come. He's going to become a better devotee than us, right? How all of us, 20 years back, 40 years back, are you a devotee? We may be in the previous birth or whatever. I was not. I was in the same birth. But some of you, maybe previous birth, you have come here. So, we don't know, some mother who is taking Krishna conscious, they will come here. Or in 5 months' time, a person is going to come to Krishna consciously. That's all. How does it work? It's a pious credit, or you would have seen a devotee, or it works based on his desire. If someone somehow thinks he sees a devotee with a tilak, oh, very nice tilak, Hare Krishna, Hare, something, I want to go and see. For him, he is coming many times. Correct, Prabhu? He's coming, he's got interest, so he's coming. The desire, so Krishna reciprocates. As you surrender, so I shall reciprocate. Krishna says, if you don't surrender, I will not reciprocate. This is Krishna's rule. You can't expect Krishna to go and come on, chant my name. Come on, become a devotee. Come on, come to Hare Krishna temple. He will not say this. You have to make the first step. Then Krishna will make 10 steps. Then 1 step, 10 steps. So he will come closer and closer. You will be coming very little. Lord will be coming closer to you. How nice it is. Every step you make, Krishna makes 10 steps. So at one point, he will be closer to you than you to him. Right? It all depends on your desire to serve him. And then based on the desire, does it answer your question, Mataji, or did I?
Yeah, understood. In that case, there's no loss. There's no loss to feel like, oh, we lost him because he's become Krishna now. Because that person is also...
Yeah, that is true. That is true. Lot of life. See, the soul is taking a journey. It is not there is only one life. No, the soul has to take different births. Either next birth, we will have a material body or spiritual body. Simple. We are all going to have next birth, okay? Don't think that we are not going to have births. All of us are going to have next birth. But in this birth, we have got a soul and our body is material. If we don't take up Krishna conscious, or the Krishna conscious is not up to the level, the next birth also we have a soul, we will get one more material body. But if you are very pure, and if you are up to the mark, and Krishna loves us, he wants our service there, so he will give a spiritual body. Then also it's a birth. When we have a spiritual body, what is the use of serving, going to and doing IT job? You got a spiritual body, you're going and working in an IT job for $80. What will you do? You want permanent resident with a spiritual body? You go back and serve nicely Krishna. This is what Krishna is giving, spiritual body. Come on. You can come and serve me. No, I want to become an IT. Just like a child, like a parent. A child wants to do something. Mother will say, read that book. Child says, no, I want to read that book. So the mother will say, okay, I will read the book for you. Correct? Practical experience. Same thing, Krishna. Krishna is changing according to our desire. For our desire, he has built the whole world. This material world is not for Krishna's pleasure. For our pleasure, we want a family. We want independence. We want. Take it. If I want you, if I want Krishna, if I am Krishna's, come to me. This is Krishna. He's not differentiating. How nice is Krishna's? If everyone becomes Krishna conscious, there's no problem in the world. What a process our Founder-Acharya has given us. What a process. Krishna consciousness. One can be peaceful, happy, act on the soul, go back to Godhead, serve Him. Prabhu, I'm scared of Hemant Prabhu because his questions are very, very, very... I've heard through the, because sometimes he puts a person into a fix, basically his questions are very, very intelligent. So I'm slightly scared, but I'll try my best, Prabhu.
The question is, if somebody is inclined, like he has a desire to know the spiritual knowledge, but this Prabhupada is talking about association more, but he gets into the association of Mayavadis. So how is it his fault that he was inclined to get the knowledge, but he got into some different association?
Prabhu, this material world, everything is organized, right? Everything is three modes of material nature. For example, in this birth, my wife is a three mode of material nature. She is a spirit soul, but she will be arranged. She will be born in that country. She will come to me and she will get married. Like they're all arranged by the three modes based on your activities. But if your desire is, little bit I want to understand, but I will not accept Krishna as a supreme authority. Krishna's form, what do the Mayavadis do? Mayavadis think that Krishna's form is made up of mode of goodness, matter. How sinful it is. Completely Janma karma chame divyam. One who knows that Krishna says that my form is eternal, spiritual, and my activities are eternal, for him there is no birth. It's a very, very high understanding. So, but if in the heart, if he says, I want this world, I want to live in this world, enjoy, at the same time I want to devotion service, little bit Krishna here and there, then Krishna organizes lot of this religious sects, Like someone wants to become a Rajneesh, person. Okay, Rajneesh is also there. Variety. Krishna has given variety. But if your desire after joining Mayavadi, whatever may be, if you see a devotee and if you think, no, I want to become a devotee, sorry, I'm doing an offense, then Krishna will make help, facilitate, and you'll become a devotee. All your desire, Prabhu. Everything, you are the root cause of your own action. A living entity enjoys or suffers based on his own action. Krishna is not, don't involve Krishna. Krishna will, according to your desire, he will help you out. If your desire is to serve material energy, serve. If your desire is to become a Mayavadi, he will make. If your desire is to serve demigods, he will make. He says that, I'll make the faith in the demigod person, faith in the demigod more and more. If someone wants to worship Ganesh, you become stronger and stronger, You develop faith in Ganesh, like that. Prabhu, is that the question or is it any deviation?
Kind of saying, I'm just saying, when Mayavadi when they get a proper realization of that they are the super soul, and they are the super soul, they start believing they are the super soul, right? So there comes an I.
They are not super soul. Super soul is in the heart. Yeah.
They start believing that.
Yeah, believing. Okay.
They start believing that I am that, right?
Correct.
But the end, they merge into Brahmajyoti if they get to that realization.
Maya will never merge from Brahmajyoti. No.
Brahma.
No. Repeated birth. Mayavadi, no. Because of offense, Prabhu. Offense to Krishna. He will be again recycling. He may be in the mode of goodness. He will never get liberation. See, there are two kinds of jnanis. One is Brahmavadi and Mayavadi. Brahmavadi will be merged. You have to get this point correct.
So what do Brahmavadi?
Brahmavadi accept Krishna. There are three personal aspects of the Lord. Three stages of Bhagavan. Brahmajyoti, Paramatma and Bhagavan. Now Brahmavadi, they know that, because of the lack of knowledge, they know that the God is only in the impersonal aspect. He does not have a form. It's their ignorance. They don't know much. Brahmavadi. Now because they are ignorant, they're like a childish, they're ignorant. To give an example, these four Kumaras, Brahmajyoti, they are the Brahmavadis. They know that they're spiritual, they act only on the soul, very pure. But because they're innocent, when they get the smell of the tulasi leaves from the lotus feet of Krishna, they're attracted to that and they become a devotee of Krishna. Alright? They're innocent. But the Mayavadis are offensive people. Mayavadis, no liberation, only repeated birth and death. And because they're doing pious activity, whatever you call, they don't do sin, they will not be punished. See, Krishna is not a bad person. Supreme authority, right? Because they're not doing bad things, They will not be punished. They will get a good birth. But because they are offensive to Krishna, they cannot come to Krishna. Prabhu, if you keep on abusing me, for example, I will not call you to my house, no? Every time, Prabhu, what is this, Prabhu? You are not serving. But this Prabhu, if he says, Prabhu, Surya, you are very nice and all, I will call him. Krishna, I am just a tiny soul. I have got this thing. But Krishna is partial to his devotees. So, you understand, Prabhu? So the Mayavadis are offenses. Do not even go them, look at them. But Brahmadaji is okay because they don't know. So they will end up, and Brahmavadi, if they're lucky, if they have the good fortune to associate the devotees or pure devotees of Krishna, Sukadeva Goswami was a Brahmavadi. But because he was hearing Śrīmad Bhāgavatam from his father, he was attracted, like that. But Mayavadi, offensive, Prabhu. They consider Krishna's form as material.
When talking about the universe chart, then about the self, false ego, there is a light.
There are 8 layers.
After that, false ego, right? So what is that light?
I mean, I didn't catch your question. What is like means? What do you mean like?
He's talking about the Brahma Jyoti, the spiritual world.
After that, is it? Yeah, there is. See, the world is like a ball. Okay, we are put into a prison. It's got 8 layers. You cannot escape that. The last layer is false ego. That's why false ego is very important, difficult. We all know, finally know, I am a man, I am a woman. We will not accept, that's important. After the false ego is Brahma Jyoti.
So that's where
Yeah. Now Brahma Jyoti, what happens? The soul, Krishna says, is very, very active. We are very active people, right? You cannot sit for 5 minutes, right? We will talk, do like this, all this. We are very active because the body is dead matter. Because the soul is there, it's very active. Now if the soul leaves my body, body is dead. Right? Soul is very active. It's the soul, not the body. But people who don't have a knowledge about the soul, they think, body is acting, I am doing, But it's a soul. Now the soul is active, but if the active thing goes into the inactive state, what happens? They cannot see. For example, if I leave you in this whole room for 1 day, without talking to friends, without prasadam, what will you do? You go crazy, no? You will come and jump out. The moment someone opens the door, boom. So Brahma Jyoti is like that. Soul is very active, all the time looking at the light and all that. No prasadam, no talking to people. How long can you look at the light? Light is, see, first time when you come into the room, chandelier, beautiful. Then I'm saying, look at the chandelier for 1 hour. So the very active thing in the material, in the light, what it will do? It will become, they jump back. So they come back. They cannot go up because they're not pure. So Brahma Jyoti, because a soul, Brahmavadi is going there, and because there's no activity, he will fall down. And then he will become like a big yogi. He does philanthropic activities. He will open hospital. He will open Melbourne University. I will give education, material education. Come and learn IT. I'll give you visual net. Learn. I am the teacher. I am the Founder-Acharya of the Melbourne University. Right? They will open philanthropic institution. That's only material. But Krishna consciousness is beyond material matter. It's spirit. It's transcendental. Okay, Prabhu? Did it answer, Prabhu? I'm very happy. Thank you. Now we'll stop here. Gantara Śrīmad Bhāgavatam ki jai. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Nithai Gaura Premananda. I think someone has kept the alarm. Stop.